Well, let's switch back to politics now, because President Trump is going to deliver his third official State of the Union at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. This on the night before the Senate is scheduled to render its verdict on his impeachment trial. The president expected to highlight the strong economy and victorious trade deals as he deflects attention from the stain of impeachment. Rick, do you think, these things are telepromptered, right? Do you think he's going to be tempted to get a little Iowa dig in there and go off script?
Well, he does ad-lib a little bit in the State of the Union address, but there's a huge difference between the Trump rallies where it's mostly extemporaneous and he's just riffing, and when he's got that subdued voice when he's reading from the teleprompter, you know? So that's the speech we're going to get. Yeah. We're going to get subdued Trump tonight. He'll probably ad-lib a little bit. I wouldn't expect him to say anything at all about impeachment. I mean, why remind voters in prime time? Who knows? He might say, look, I was acquitted. You know, we all know the storyline there, witch hunt,
slip
hoax,
witch hunt
and so
in there,
on.
yeah.
But we are going to hear him declaring victory on the economy for sure. And, you know, he gave this big speech on the economy back in November, and he can't just sort of go with what he's got. I mean, he still has to exaggerate the economy and say everything was a disaster under President Obama. Now he's arrived to save the day. So he's going to probably depict himself as the knight on a white horse.
Flip what you've just said, though, and make the case, one, are we going to get another Nancy one of these? But also with President Trump, his base loves when he attacks Democrats.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he bring up impeachment? Why wouldn't he say, look, I'm totally innocent. It was a perfect call, and I'm going to be acquitted tomorrow, and you people just screwed up, even though it wasn't federal. Why wouldn't he go there?
Typically, that's not what the State of the Union is.
And he's not a typical president.
No, but even for him, that he doesn't usually... Does he, do the fiery stuff?
Not really. I mean, last year he was, the Mueller investigation was about, that was in the process of being finalized, and Mueller was, going to testify. We saw that coming, and he really didn't have much to say about that. This is because of the format of this. I mean, it's a primetime television address. It's not just your most fervent supporters, which is what he gets at a rally. He will have people who don't. Half the Congress doesn't support him. Half the Congress is basically Democrats.
What we'll be watching for, of course, is anything on the trade war, on tax policy, anything that's important for markets in terms of economic policy changing. Will we get a payroll tax cut? Will we get tax cuts after the election? What will be spoken about becomes very important from a broader GDP perspective. What should we expect in particular as we go into 2021?
Yeah, and he is supposedly at some point going to propose a new middle-class tax cut. There's no chance it will pass Congress before the election, but it's another thing to put into the mix.
And will Nancy do this, or will she actually do one of these like the kids do?